to continue and to expand, and it was done to guide the future generations. Our Lalji Maharaj right now is the ninth generation of Raghuvirji Maharaj. That is how long our satsang has lasted, and our satsang still has a long way to go. And it is up to us as satsangis to make sure that we continue this pattern for future generation to come. So we went over what firm Nishchay is. Now let's understand what deficiencies Nishchay is. Because if you can recognize what like a deficiency or like a kami in your Nishchay is, then you can understand how I can fix it. So Nrusyanand Swami asked in Gadara Pratham 63, what kind of thoughts arise in a person who has a deficiency in Nishchay in Bhagwan? So if I have a kami in my Nishchay, what kind of thoughts arise? And then Bhagwan replied with, a person with the deficiency in Nishchay would become extremely elated on, say, Bhagwan display some of his powers. Like Bhagwan had so many powers, and these sometimes were unrecognizable. Like for instance, one time a bhakta came to do darshan of Maharaj, and Maharaj was finished eating his thar, and Bhagwan noticed that there was something, I think, like there was a little bit of food stuck on Bhagwan's elbow, and Bhagwan started licking his elbow, and this bhakta told Muktanand Swami, Akla, like he's Bhagwan, and he's like licking his elbow, like he's like a five, he's doing what 5 year olds do. But then Muktanand Swami explained to that bhakta, can you lick your elbow? Like, is that humanly possible for us? Like, I can't lick my elbow, I don't think anyone else can. And then the bhakta realized, wow, that's like kind of extraordinary. He's like, yeah. So the point of that like little lila was that you have to see, you can't just think with like, you have to take your lens off and view it from another perspective of like the divya parnu of Bhagwan, like his, these are an example of his power. So when Bhagwan shows his power, the person becomes, wow, this is Bhagwan. I have full nishtay in Bhagwan. However, when he sees no such display of divine powers, he becomes disheartened. Despite trying, if he is unable to eradicate impure thoughts from his heart, then he has a dislike towards Bhagwan. So if Bhagwan doesn't show his power, he's like, okay, so you're Bhagwan and you're not showing me your powers, then what makes you Bhagwan? Like if you're not gonna like show me what you can do. So like if you like Namdatya Bhagwan in the sense. So if this bhakta can't remove this impure thought from his heart, then he begins to dislike Bhagwan and questions him. Okay? So he feels, I have bent over backwards practicing satsang for so long, yet Bhagwan still has not eradicated my impure thoughts. So basically what Bhagwan means, Bhagwan, that bhakta blames everything on Maharaj in the sense that, oh, you're not doing this for me, then if you're not going to give me what, like if you're not going to show me what your divine powers is, if you're not giving me from Nishchay, then like I'm going to blame it on you. And that's kind of a negative mentality that we shouldn't keep, because it is up to us to have Nishchay in Bhagwan has given us all of these guidelines, and it's up to us to basically follow by these guidelines, if that makes sense. And in the same Vachanamrut, Bhagwan Param Chaitanand Swami asks Bhagwan the opposite. How do we attain perfect Nishchay? Param Chaitanand Swami asked Maharaj, what are the thoughts of a person with perfect Nishchay? Shriji Maharaj replied, a person with perfect Nishchay feels within, I have attained all there is to attain. Wherever Pratyaksh Bhagwan resides, that itself is the highest dham. So similarly to how Amba Seth felt when he had darshan of Maharaj, when a bhakta of Bhagwan gets the pratyaksh darshan of Maharaj in the form of like all any of the 8 types of murtis, he feels, wow, this is it. I've attained the highest dham. He doesn't even want to go to Akshardham because Akshardham is right in front of him. Bhagwan is right in front of him. He has no other desire. So the bhakta has the mentality, now I have nothing more to achieve. I have attained Golok, Vaikunt, and Brahmpur. These are all dhams of other avatars of Bhagwan. Golok is Krishna Bhagwan's dham, Vaikunt is Ram Bhagwan's dham. So he has this belief that I have attained all there is to attain. A person with perfect nischay has such thoughts and experiences, extreme elation in his heart. So a person with perfect nischay has this mentality and this positive attitude towards satsang and towards his nischay Maharaj. One who experiences such feelings should be known to have perfect nischay. So a person who has the mentality that wherever Bhagwan is, that's where Akshardham is, and that I don't need anything else but Bhagwan, is a person with perfect nischay.